In a small village, there lived a boy named Raka. Since he was little, he had always been ostracized by his friends. No one wanted to play with him, even the adults in the village often ignored him. It was as if Raka was a shadow that was not considered to exist. "Dad, why don't they want to play with me?" Raka asked one day. His father just sighed and stroked his son's head. "They just don't know you well yet, son." But Raka knew that wasn't the reason. He had heard whispers from the villagers about his family who were considered to bring bad luck. His mother died giving birth to him. And since then, his family had always had bad luck. Their crops failed, their livestock died, and their house was often damaged by strong winds. People began to believe that Raka was the cause. One day, Raka tried to approach a group of children who were playing hide-and-seek near an old banyan tree. "Can I join in the game?" he asked hopefully. However, the children just looked at each other. Then one of them said, "If you come along, we'll all be unlucky." They left him. Raka could only lower his head, holding back the tears that were about to fall. However, there was one person who was different. A girl named Sari, who had been quietly observing him from a distance. That afternoon, Sari found Raka sitting alone on the river bank, throwing stones into the water with a gloomy face. "Do you want to hear something strange?" Sari said suddenly. Raka turned his head. "What?" "I often feel like you too. Alone. But my mother said, lonely people actually have a light that hasn't been found yet." Raka didn't immediately understand what she meant, but for the first time, someone spoke to him without fear or disgust. He smiled a little. In the following days, Sari continued to accompany Raka. They played together, shared stories, and slowly Raka began to feel a warmth that he had never felt before. However, not long after, the villagers began to talk about their friendship. "Sari, don't go near that kid. Do you want to get bad luck?" her mother scolded her. "But, Mom, he's not bad," Sari defended herself. However, her mother's prohibition became stricter. The villagers also treated Raka more harshly. Until one night, a surprising incident happened. Heavy rain fell without stopping. Lightning struck a large tree near the village head's house, causing a fire to blaze and almost burning down his entire house. People panicked, trying to put out the fire. In the panic, a small child was trapped inside the house. Without thinking twice, Raka ran through the fire and into the burning house. The atmosphere was tense. No one dared to follow him. A few moments later, Raka came out carrying the small child in his arms. Everyone was silent. Since that night, the attitudes of the villagers began to change. They realized that Raka was not the bringer of bad luck. In fact, he was the one who brought courage that no one else had. And for the first time, Raka felt that he was finally visible.